So this is 1 Corinthians 6 through 16. Yet we do speak a wisdom to those who are mature, but not a wisdom of this age, nor of the rulers of this age who are passing away. Rather, we speak God's wisdom, mysterious, hidden, which God predetermined before the ages for our glory, and which none of the rulers of this age knew. For if they had known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. So let's just dissect that for a minute. So Paul says that he teaches a wisdom to the mature that he does, and it says somewhere else in this same epistle that he could not feed them with solid meat, but he had to give them spiritual milk instead. So there's degrees and layers of spirituality in the Christian world, and we're all gonna have it someday when we get to heaven. But there's some of us who are gonna taste of it while we're here on the earth, and I don't know who that is yet, but we'll figure it out, right? But as it is written, what eye has not seen, and ear has not heard, and what has not entered the human heart, what God has prepared for those who love Him. So, love for God is essential in order to grow in the spiritual realm. Um, Unless you're doing the dark side, of course, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Um, yeah, so God is just going to give us more than we've ever wanted or ever known or ever expected. And it might not come in this life, it might be when we die, but we're going to have perfection, and we're going to have the Spirit of the Lord resting upon us, and we're going to be in a place of perfection and holiness. This God has revealed to us through the Spirit. For the Spirit scrutinizes everything, even the depths of God. Among human beings, who knows what pertains to a person except the spirit of the person that is within? Similarly, no one knows what pertains to God except the Spirit of God. So, the definition of scrutinize is to examine or inspect closely or thoroughly. It's not a negative term. Um, So through your personal relationship with God, the Creator, Elyon, Adonai, um, with your personal relationship with Him, you can scrutinize the depths of God, and that means to examine or inspect closely and thoroughly. So, when you're trying to investigate a person, um, you're very thorough and you're very scrutinizing. Um, you should be the same way with God, because God is, infinite, and we'll be exploring the depths of God forever. So everything you get here on earth is just a little taste of what's prepared for us. And it says, eye has not seen, ear has not heard, the things that God has prepared for us. And so that means that there's something that heaven is even awaiting to happen. The power of the sons of God, which is coming soon. So just try and make yourself ready for that. And we speak about them not with words taught by human wisdom, but with words taught by the Spirit, describing spiritual realities in spiritual terms. So you have to have the Spirit of God to understand the things of God, which means that, yes, all human beings have life within them, but we're not all one. When you have the Spirit of God within you, then you can be one with the children of God. And that's just the way it works. That's the way it's always been. Now, the natural person does not accept what pertains to the Spirit of God, for to him it is foolishness, and he cannot understand it, but it is judged spiritually. The spiritual person, however, can judge everything, but is not subject to judgment by anyone. So, the natural person does not partake in the mysteries of God, simply because their minds are set on the things of the world. They're occupied with the flesh. Um, they can't see past what's right in front of them. Spiritual people have a journey to make and therefore cannot be judged by human standards, but by God alone. So, if you're a spiritual person out there and you're seeking God and you're trying to get to know Him and love Him, then you can't be judged by anyone. Um, but God can still judge you, obviously, because that's what He is. That's part of what He is. Um, because God will scrutinize you as well. God will scrutinize you as well. And that's what this life is all about.